Yeah, hi, my friend. Welcome back. Welcome to Cat Ninjas. And I'm hoping that you are enjoying this celebration series on DILR and you must be having good learning and good time with this. So I welcome you back. So here we go. So as we do one more DILR set, let's try and take a look at the nitty-gritties and the details involved in this particular set. Let's enjoy this together. Yes. So before we kind of start off with this particular set, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Belvi Srinivas. Yes, I've been working in this industry for the last 14 years, that is since 2007. And over the period of those 14 years, I did train the students in various areas of aptitude, mainly QA, DLR, and I honed those particular skills to effectively train the students in particular areas. And that's briefly about me. Of course, I did work with quite a bit of test prep industries for during those 14 years in various capacities, both contributed towards the training as well as the management, that is the course design, the course development, and it could be in the area of the course planning. So this is the areas that I kind of contributed. Yeah, I'm a good counselor too, so you can reach out to me on the Telegram channel. So if you're looking at short counselings, so you can hop onto this, and not only counseling, you can also, whatever the doubts that you are getting through these particular videos, can log in. You can plug in those particular doubts, and there are quite a few interesting and enthusiastic students in this particular channel who will certainly co-partner with you and help you in resolving those particular doubts, and where and when, as and when it is required, sure, I will also chip in to resolve some of those particular doubts. That's briefly how we can interface, how we can work together. Before I get on to the lecture, let me quickly make some announcements. So Unacademy offers two kinds of subscription plans. One of them is called as the Plus, the other one is called as the Star or the Iconic subscription plan, represented by Star. So Plus gives you the privilege the structured courses. The structured courses, what I meant is that there are different kind of learners as well as different, therefore the different kind of courses or the batches would be launched by the educators. So what I meant by the batches is technically, so there are learners who are learning at the level 1 before they go on to level 2 and level 3. There are learners who are already at level 2 and trying to already know hone skills at the level 3 of a particular area. It could be RCs, it could be VA, it could be algebra in quantitative aptitude, or it could be arithmetic in quantitative aptitude, so on and so forth. Therefore, you will always find a batch which will take you from point X to point Y, one orbit to another orbit. That's what I mean by the structured courses, which would be launched by your dozens of different educators across the nation on this particular platform. And along with that, you do get access to certain quick study material notes with the highlighted ones, etc., and then weekly tests and quite a few other things. Now along with this, if you are opting for the Iconic subscription, so this gives you, in addition to whatever I said so far about the Plus, all at that, and it also gives you it also facilitates you to have one-to-one counseling with some of your favorite mentors. Now, in what areas you can have one-to-one mentoring? It can be in the form of concepts. You can schedule a meeting, for one-to-one meeting with one of your mentors, and you can discuss some of the concepts in the areas that are holding you back, or it could be the doubts that are holding you back, or it could be about or it could be about the test analysis. Hey, the 20 or 30 marks are holding me back, so how can I work to get these 20 or 30 additional marks? Or it could be in terms of study planning. So this is my SWOT, this is my strengths and weaknesses, what kind of study plan I need to have for the next couple of months so that I will be able to get the best out of the available time. Or it could be in terms of the form filling. So as you start filling some of the good B school forms, there would be a set of questions which you need to address even before they call you for the interview, and it has to be filled out very meticulously. Therefore, you can also get it validated by one of your favorite mentors so that things go pretty smooth and pretty right. So that's what is kind of essential. So this is what the Iconic gives the benefit in addition to structured courses. Yeah, these are some of the batches so which are about to be launched, the recently being launched. And if you are at CAT 21, preparing for CAT 21, this looks one of the exciting groups, a group of educators as well, launching this last mile batch. So I would rather suggest take a look at that. And if you're looking at CAT 22 or CMAT 22, these are the other batches which are parallelly kind of launched. So take a look at them. And yeah, all this subscription comes at certain nominal price for 6 months, 18 months, 24 months. Even the smaller packs are available. You can take a look at them on the website for the smaller packs. Yes, you would get 10% discount on any of these packs, any of these subscription packs, if you use any of the educator codes, including my code, which is Belvi 100. Doesn't mean that you get 100% discount. You still get only 10% discount despite having the code as Belvi 100. Right, yeah. So if you are preparing for CAT 21, I would recommend 6 months iconic subscription, for a simple reason that, hey, it would always be nice to have one-to-one interactions. So before you get some of the things done, so sometimes during the interview you might need that one-to-one interaction. Sometimes while you are filling the form you might need that one-to-one interaction. Sometimes to get those 20 additional marks you need that one-to-one interactions. I already told you the details. So you might need handful of one-to-one interactions till about March or April, till you get the admission in one of the top B schools. So keeping that in mind, probably it would make sense to go with 6 months subscription plan, on iconic subscription plan especially. So whatever that you are doing, you would get the test series free. So along with that, you would get the test series free. So kind of ensure that, hey, you would kind of take up this particular, you also take this particular test on a regular basis. As I keep repeating in all my videos, ensure that you got to take 2 tests per week. That is 2 mock cats only. I'm talking about 2 mock tests, full length mock tests per week, out of which one should come on Thursday, Friday, the other one should come on Sunday. Right, so and all the tests you should write between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. I don't want you to write somewhere in the midnight or too early in the morning. No, because this is when you will be writing the test. Your mind has to pick up and it should be at its best somewhere around this particular time. Once you get your admit card, the CAT admit card or any exam admit card, try and practice around those hours so that the mind is kind of pretty active around those hours, which is very essential. Now with all these tests, what Unacademy offers is it offers 2 full-length mock tests, mock cats per week, and 3 sectional tests per week, and 2 full-length mocks and omits per week per month. And all this comes with a detailed video analysis. Right, you don't have to buy this. So if you have the plus or the iconic subscription plan, the test comes as a add-on, right? So you don't have to buy this particular one. So that brings us to the closure of the announcement. So as usual, what I do is, hey, I will give you a quick reflection time, not much, maybe about just 4 minutes of reflection time. 3 to 4 minutes of reflection time. In these 4 minutes, I want you to I want you to read the information. While you are reading, while you are reading, try and retain the information. Just reading is not enough. If you don't remember that particular information, you will not have the advantage of doing it faster. So now beat LR, beat DI, or beat RC especially, right? If you don't retain the information, you will not get that speed while addressing that particular issue. And hence make sure that it's not just about reading, it's about comprehension as well as retention, right? Both the aspects. Try and do that, and also read the questions to understand what is been expected out of this particular exercise. Exercise in the sense out of this particular issue. And while doing that, hey, if it requires you to organize the data, reorganize the data, try and see how do you go about this and make a plan of action and get started. Let now get the right kind of, how do you start analyzing this particular data analysis, right? How do you start this analysis is what I'm interested in, because you will not be able to solve it in 4 minutes. You might require much more than 4 minutes, but this is what I expect you to do in 4 minutes, and then we will come back and try and address this. Okay, yeah, so take your 4 minutes. Here I'm going to time your 4 minutes. I'm going to time your 4 minutes. Then let's see already now what are the things that cross your mind in these 4 minutes. That's important. What kind of thoughts cross your mind, especially with respect to organizing and analyzing, getting the start. Alright, now getting the, how do you start to analyze this data? With respect to that, I want you to understand what thoughts pass your mind, which is pretty essential. One of the beautiful sets. Let's get started on this with this particular set. And let's see how do you use this particular 4 minutes. So I'm cautioning you again, so don't be lying down on the bed or sitting pretty relaxed on the sofa. Rather, I would say that sit on your chair upright and try and use this particular time judiciously. I don't want you to be a passive onlooker, kind of looking at the screen, the mobile screen, or the laptop screen, or the desktop screen. Of course, that's complete no. All I want you to do is pull out a piece of paper or start writing something, start noting down something as you read. If you can't retain all the information, start highlighting the things on your piece of paper, and then come back, organize, and get the start done. So this is what I want you to actively use this 4 minutes. Here we go. Here comes the set right in front of you, and try and work with this particular set. So here we go. Let me organize the data. Yeah, here we go. All right. 4 minutes. Start reading, and one side is the questions, the other side is the data. Use it effectively. Yeah, I'm hoping that the font is visible. If it is not, so probably you might have to adjust your pixels, in the sense there will be 3 dots on your screen. Click those 3 dots, and then you can increase the video quality. Sometimes the default quality would be set to 144 pixels. You might have to increase it to 720 pixels or 360 pixels. Check whatever is suitable. Improve the video quality, because some of you keep complaining that the video quality is bad. It is not at my end. So you just have to, because YouTube would automatically sometimes adjust it to the lowest resolution. Increase the quality of video. Roughly 2 more minutes to go. Another minute. Okay, all right. Let's do this together. I hope you kind of got hang of this particular set. Let's get into the nitty-gritties and let's try and do this together. I'm sure if I give you a little more time, you would be able to close it. No big deal about it. Yeah, but then this is one of the beautiful sets. Let's try and do this together. Let's also try and explore where people can go wrong as well, right? Okay. So if you take a look at this particular set, I keep telling you that, hey, read the question, read the questions. There are two theta questions. If you look at this, the first question is a theta question, that is type in the answer, because how many predictions, it's a number. The second question is also a theta question because that's also a number. And then question number 3 and question number 4 are MCQs, right? We have choices. All right, so when you take a look at this particular one, two beautiful propositions to start with is, hey, if you mix up this issue here, the last one, so once you understand this, say what has happened here is, okay, let me tell the story before I do that. So what is this particular story? There are 8 friends, and then they figured out that, hey, there are 8 quarterfinalists. There are 8 quarterfinalists, all of them. All these is 8 quarterfinalists. India, Pakistan. We don't know the order. So all these put together are the 8 quarterfinalists. Quarterfinals means 4 matches, right? So some trophy is going on, some tournament is going on. 8 quarterfinalists are there. They are trying to say that, hey, who are the 4 losing quarterfinalists? They are trying to give a position. These are the 4 losing quarterfinalists. Okay, and these are the 2 losing semi-finalists. I'm not saying, it's explained here. The following table gives the predictions given by the 8 friends about the winner of the tournament. There is one winner, so this is one winner of the tournament, and then the losing finalist, there will be only one losing finalist, that's given there, one losing finalist, and 2 losing semi-finalists. In the sense, hey, these 4 people, according to Paris, Mr. Paris, these are the 4 people who would play the semi-finals, of which 2 of them lose, that is Bangladesh and Australia would lose, and the other 2 teams would play the finals, out of which India wins and Pakistan loses. That's what Paris says. All right, that's what Paris is trying to tell us, right? Okay, that's what you mean by 2 losing semi-finalists, and there are 4 quarterfinalists which are eliminated, which means lost the quarterfinals. Now these are the 4 losing quarterfinalists. According to Paris, South Africa would lose quarterfinal, New Zealand would lose quarterfinal, West Indies would lose quarterfinal, England would lose quarterfinal. The order is not important. All right, now which means, say, between Paris and Kureshi, so let's try and say, see, Paris is saying that New Zealand would lose quarterfinal. So Rashmi is also saying that Rashmi is also saying that New Zealand would lose quarterfinals. So this is the mistake that people do. What they do is, hey, New Zealand means they will try and check, is there a New Zealand somewhere here in this column? It is not a column. This whole stuff is one information. So in the sense, Paras said that New Zealand would lose quarterfinals. Rashmi is also saying that New Zealand would lose quarterfinals. Tabrez is also saying that New Zealand would lose quarterfinals. Something like that. So order doesn't matter. Hey, Paras has written New Zealand in the second position in the quarterfinals list. Here he is, Rashmi is putting it in the first position. Doesn't matter which position they lose. These are the four teams which would lose quarterfinals according to Paras. There is no order. Some of them might have put this in the alphabetical order. One fellow might have put in the reverse alphabetical order. The other fellow might have put in no alphabetical order. We don't know. They might have jumbled it. So for example, let's say that Kureshi is saying that Australia would be one of the losers of quarterfinal. So he has put it in the first position, right? This guy tried to put it out there, but somebody is also trying to put Australia here. If you look at Wilson is also saying that, hey, Australia would lose quarterfinals, but he is putting in the third position. That doesn't matter. It's a group. It is a set. It's a set. The order does not matter within the set. Same thing is true for semi-finals as well. Don't make that mistake. There are 2 losers. There are 2 losers of semi-final. There are 2 teams which would lose semi-finals. So for example, now here he says that, hey, here he says, let's assume, England. Let's say Urvi says that England would lose semi-final. Also, so if you look at Kureshi also says that England would lose semi-finals. But then the order doesn't matter. You may say that, hey, why Kureshi did not write England here in now why he did not write in the order? Doesn't matter, right? The order doesn't matter. So both are technically trying to tell the same thing. That's something which is important, right? Therefore, there are technically 4 groups. One winner, one loser of finals, and 2 losers of semi-finals. semi-finals. Order doesn't matter between the two. There are 4 losers of quarterfinals. The order of these 4 people doesn't matter. We need to be kind of little mindful about it. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, all right, now that's something. All right, once you look at this particular table, that is the primary understanding you need to have. Okay, yeah. Coming to the second point, at the end of the tournament, okay, they predicted it, and then the tournament ended. Once they predicted, the tournament ended. Fair enough. At the end of the tournament, it was found that no 2 persons correctly predicted the final position of the same number of teams. Okay, first phrase, this first info till here. So no 2, all right, now here he's saying that no 2 persons correctly predicted the final position of the same number of teams. Means what? One of them predicted 0 correct. All right, one of them predicted 0 correct. Nothing he got it right. Neither the quarter finalist losers he got it right, nor the semi-final losers he got it right, nor the final loser he got it right, nor the winner he got it right. 0 correct. One of them got 1 correct, one of them got 2 correct. Like this you can write up to 6, 7, 8, which means 9 numbers are possible, which means one of them gets 0 correct, one of them may get 1 correct, one of them may get 2 correct, one of them may get 6 correct, one of them may get 7 correct, one of them may get 8 correct. But this has to come into your mind that nobody can get 7 correct. Nobody can get 7 correct, because if 7 are correct, the 8th one is automatically correct, right? 8th one becomes automatically correct. You can never have, when 8 teams have been allocated, you got 7 of them in the right position, then how 8th will be in the wrong position? Therefore 7 correct is not possible. Therefore, hey, although there were 9 numbers, there are no 9 numbers, there are 8 distinct numbers. Only 8 distinct numbers are possible. That is 0. So one of them gets 0 correct, one of the friends get 1 correct, one of them got 2 correct, and one of them got 8 correct. Nobody can get 7 correct. 7 predictions cannot be wrong. If 7 are wrong, 8th one would be automatically wrong, because it cannot be misplaced, right? Yeah, so we all understand that. That's the second thing that would that is the point. All right, now author is trying to say through this particular statement, underlined, in the sense when you read this particular statement, this part of the statement, no 2 persons correctly predicted the final position of the same number of teams. You understand that, okay, 0 to 8, that are 9 numbers, one of them gets 0 right, one of them get 8 right, but 7 is not possible between them. This is what would cross your mind. That's what I meant. Hey, when you read, certain thoughts go through your mind, and that also sets the starting point for you, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, coming to this, only 3 persons correctly predicted all the 4 semi-finalists. He's not saying that he got them right. All right, now 3 persons correctly predicted the semi-finalists, which means 4 teams. Semi-finals will be 4 teams. Those 4, order does not matter, in the sense, hey, you may have to read till here, till here, till here, between these 2 lines you may have to read, and you have to check, hey, where are these 3 characters? Who are these 3 persons? 3 persons who correctly predicted all the 4 semi-finalists. So once they are in the semi-final, some of them are the losers of the semi-final, some of them are the winners of the semi-finals. Between the winners of the semi-finals, one of them will become the loser of the final, one of them becomes the winner of the final. All that matrix would come, but you have to look this as a set. According to Paris, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Australia would reach semi-final, right? Out of which India has won the finals. That's what he's trying to say. Leave that. All right, India will win the final is what he's trying to say, but that's not important to me. When I read this, only 3 persons correctly predicted all the 4 semi-finals implies, hey, this set of data is true for 3 people. In a sense, hey, you got to check this, you got to take this India, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Australia and check, is there anybody who is telling the same combination of these 4? Combination. Order is not important. Order becomes permutation. Order is not important. Only combination. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Australia. Go through that and check if anybody is saying exactly the combination of these 4 particular countries. There is not a single one who is talking about this, right? So because this guy has come out West Indies here, South Africa has come here, there is no South Africa because Paras is saying this. Check, there should be another 2 characters because 3 of them are trying to tell the same thing. That's what Paras is trying to say. So Paras is saying this, hey, is there any other combination which works with that? There is absolutely no other combination which is same as this. Therefore Paras is not one of these 3 guys. There are 3 guys. Is Paras one of them? No. Now, so I told you, hey, read questions also along with that. Now look at the beauty of this particular set. This is one of those sets where author is trying to help us through the question. Right, now let's see this. Now take a look at this particular set. Who is the person who got all his predictions right? Look at the third question. who is the person who got all his predictions right? Of course, there are 8 people here. 8 people here. One of them got all the 8 predictions, right? And the third question is asking about that. Hey, which means answer options. Look at the answer options. Either Kureshi should have got all the 8 predictions right, or Sandeep should have got all the 8 predictions right, or Urvi should have got all the 8 predictions right, or Wilson should have got all the 8 predictions right. Therefore, I don't have to say that Paras would have got 8 predictions right. Now I don't need that because see, only 3 persons correctly predicted all the 4 semi-finalists. Within this will be that one who gets all 8 correct. Within this 3 people only, one out of these 3 people get all 8 correct, because first you have to get the semi-finalists correct. From the semi-finalists correct, you will get the finalist correct and the loser of the finals correct, right? So therefore it should be one of these 3 people. Now one of these 3 people has to be Kureshi or Sandeep or Urvi or Wilson. It's not going to be anybody else. Therefore I don't have to bother about Paras. So therefore I would have used question number 3 with this particular information to arrive at who can be that character who got all 8 correct. That's what I meant. Sometimes you may have to wisely take help of the questions as well. Therefore I say, hey, it might help, it might not help, but the point is at least it sets a direction. Sometimes it gives an understanding beyond direction. In this question, it's actually getting us to understand that, hey, you don't have to go through the ordeal of 8 people. Just think about these 4 people and try to figure out what works for you right now, because one of these 8 people, one of these 3 people is here, one of these 3 people here. Figure out who can be that particular person. Fair enough. So let's now go to the data. I'll take a fresh sheet. Okay, having understood so far, so we understood that, hey, there is 3 persons. Out of these 3 persons, one of them is here. I am taking help of the third question also. Let me go to Kureshi. Kureshi is saying that West Indies, New Zealand, Bangladesh, England, right? Kureshi is saying this. Take a look if there is somebody offering the exact same combination for the set of 4 semi-finalists. Let's take a look at this. West Indies, New Zealand, Bangladesh, same set. Pak has come, therefore it is not saying this. India has come, therefore it is not. India has come, it is not. Yeah, it's the same thing. West Indies, there is a Bangladesh, there is a New Zealand, and there is an England. So therefore you say that, hey, Urvi also is offering the same set. Urvi offering same as Kureshi, and then you may say, look at this, there is a West Indies, there is a Bangladesh, there is England, and there is New Zealand. So therefore you are saying that, hey, Wilson is also offering the same 3 people. Wilson is also offering, and hence you are saying that, hey, so the 3 people who got on here, the 3 persons who correctly predicted all the 4 semi-finalists are Kureshi, predicted it all 4 right. Urvi has predicted the 4 semi-finalists right, and Wilson has predicted the 4 semi-finalists right, which means for them the losers of quarterfinals will be same, because if they are getting the set of semi-finalists right, which means their quarterfinalist will be same. Their quarterfinalist will be same. Think about it. Okay, think about it. There is Australia. He also said Australia. This guy also said Australia. Now this guy said Pakistan, so therefore there is a Pakistan and there is a Pakistan. Naturally it will be right. That's my point. I'm just trying to give a little more detail, so I can do this without really getting into it, but then we are trying to understand so that next time these things will just cross our mind. We don't have to verify this particular data, right? Okay, there is a South Africa. He also says South Africa and South Africa. Then comes India. There is India and India. Naturally that would be right. These 4 would be right, or losers of quarterfinals, they automatically get it right. Now between this, so therefore what, hey, they all of them already have 4 correct. 4 correct. Now what they are going to have, one of them would have 1 correct. 4 plus 1, I'm not saying it should be Kureshi. One of them would have 1 correct, the other fellow would have 2 more correct, the other fellow would get all 3 correct, or the other fellow would get hang on, one of them, all right, 2, one of them will get, all right, now there is 4 correct here, so 5 correct is for one of them. All of them already got 4 correct here, so right, therefore one of them would have all 8 correct. We don't know, all right, now let me write it there. 4 plus 4 correct. Nobody can get 4 plus 3 correct, therefore 4 plus 2 correct and 4 plus 1 correct. We said 4 plus 3 means 7 correct is not possible, right? Yeah, so one gets, all right, now because 4 plus 4, I hope you are understanding where is the other 4 is going to come from. When I said plus plus 4, he would get the order of these 4 also correct. So one fellow will get order of 2 of them correct, which implies that 2 semi-finalists, the losers of semi-finalist could be correct, and he might have mixed up the winner and the loser of the finals. So another fellow will get only one of them correct, something like that. All right, now something like that, that is what we are trying to say out here. Good. So that's a vague idea, don't worry too much about it, that's not about this particular question. So now the point is, hey, who is this guy who is getting 4 plus 4 correct? Either it should be Kureshi, or it should be Urvi, or it should be Wilson. One of these 3 characters has to get 4 out of 4 correct. So if you look at the third question, now these are the fellows who are there. Kureshi is there, right? And then Urvi is here, and then Wilson is also here. Sandeep cannot be my answer because one of the Kureshi, Urvi and Wilson should be my answer. Okay, now what I should do, you have to make an assumption because you can't do much about it. So you will make an assumption saying that, hey, Kureshi got all 8 correct. Let's assume Kureshi got all 8 correct. Now therefore what I need to get, somewhere I should get 0, somewhere I should get 1, somewhere I should get 2. So just I'm writing it randomly. Somewhere I should get 2, somewhere I should get 3, somewhere I should get 4, right? Somewhere I should get 4, somewhere I should get 5, somewhere I should get 6, something like this. Now I should get different numbers. It should not happen that a Paras also get 3 right and then Vishal also got 3 right. No man, that is not possible. You have to get all distinct numbers from 0, 0, 1, 2, somebody 3, somebody 4, somebody 5, somebody 6 and somebody 8. 7 is not possible, right? Okay, so that is what we should do. So let's check if is it possible if I assume that Kureshi got all 8 correct. If I assume Kureshi got all 8 correct, will I be able to get that particular matrix? Let me check there. All right, let me check there. Okay, if Kureshi says that West Indies but this fellow says India, that is wrong. So this is wrong. New Zealand, but he says Pakistan. So Kureshi, take Kureshi as the benchmark and compare Paras. All right, now so he's saying that Pak, that's 0. So BD is there, so therefore 1 correct. All right, now this is 1 correct. There is England and Australia. There is always, take this as the benchmark and check the here or here. No, England is not there. All right, therefore this is wrong. So coming to this, he says Australia. Is there Australia anywhere here is what you need to check. No. He says Pakistan. Is there Pakistan anywhere here? No. He says South Africa. All right, now is there South Africa? Yes. All right, now he got this. Okay, he says India. Is there India anywhere? No. And hence you are trying to say that, hey, 1 plus 1. BD is correct and South Africa is correct. Order does not matter. South Africa need not be below South Africa. South Africa is the loser of quarterfinal. Paras is also saying South Africa is the loser of quarterfinal. And hence you are saying that Paras got 2 of his predictions right. He got 2 of his predictions right. Fair enough. So Paras is done. Let me now try and do the Rashmi. Kureshi with Rashmi. So winner is West Indies but Pakistan, wrong. Loser is loser is New Zealand, but because she says, Rashmi says South Africa, wrong. So now no, see here, these are two teams here. 2 teams, the order does not matter. India and she says Bangladesh, no Bangladesh. Okay, he says England, no England. So therefore that's ruled out. Australia, check it out. Is there anywhere Australia? No. There is a Pakistan. Likewise, you got to quickly check. No Pakistan. This person says South Africa, no South Africa. This person says India and no India. So therefore you are trying to say that, hey, this person got 0 correct. Rashmi got 0 correct. Okay, fine. So now let's go to Kureshi versus Sandeep. So this is all right. Now this is 1 correct. This is 1 correct. New Zealand to New Zealand. The second one is correct, right? Second one is correct. The BD to BD. The third one is correct. England to India. All right. Now that is wrong. All right. Now therefore there are 3 correct out here. So far we already got 3 correct. Let's go to this. This is a box, right? So from here, right? So we are going here. Australia. We have Australia. Pakistan. There is a Pakistan. South Africa. There is a South Africa. India. That is not there. Therefore 3 plus 3, you are trying to say that Sandeep got 6 of them correct. If Kureshi has got 8 correct, then Sandeep got 6 correct, right? Now there itself you can stop working. You may wonder why I should stop working because Sandeep got 6 correct. Hey, because you said that between Kureshi, Urvi and Wilson, one of them would get 5 correct, 6 correct and 8 correct. Kureshi gets 8 correct, Sandeep gets 6 correct, then naturally one between Wilson and Urvi are also going to get 6 correct, no doubt about it. All right, now therefore it is going to be wrong, right? It is going to be wrong. Okay, you didn't understand that, let's do that, right? Which means your assumption saying that Kureshi got 8 correct, that was an assumption you started with, is technically wrong. That's my point. All right, that's my point. Okay, let's do one more step to realize this, because I already realized when Sandeep got 6 right, I know that hey, Sandeep cannot get 6 right, either Urvi or Wilson should get 6 right. All right, that is the whole idea there, but that's not happening. So therefore I know that already it is wrong, just in case. All right, now let's see. All right, now let me take little more time to illustrate this point very clearly to you. So let's go to Tabriz. So West Indies, no. New Zealand, no. Bangladesh, yes. England, no. All right, therefore one there. Australia, no. Right? Pakistan, yes. Right? Pakistan is yes. Right? Pakistan is yes. Here the Bangladesh was yes. Then South Africa. So South Africa, yes, because there is a South Africa here. And then you go to India, no. So therefore you are trying to say that hey, there are going to be 3. Tabriz got 3 correct. All right, if Qureshi got all 8 correct, Tabriz has got 3 correct. Let's do one more step. Let's go in here. West Indies, yes, it's matching. New Zealand, not matching. Okay, West Indies has matched. Bangladesh is not matching. All right, yeah. What about Bangladesh? Right, neither it is not matching. What about England? England is matching. Okay, England. All right, now here the England is matching. Naturally, the Australia is matching, Pakistan is matching, South Africa is matching, India is matching. Okay, therefore you are saying that all these are matching with him. Now look at the number of ticks there, 6. Number of ticks there, 6. So therefore you are trying to say this option is ruled out. Why? Sandeep got 6 correct and Urvi also got 6 correct. How 2 people get 6 correct? Author has clearly said that no 2 persons correctly predicted the final positions of the same number of teams. So therefore 2 Sandeep got 6 correct, Urvi got 6 correct. In fact, the moment we got Sandeep 6, we'd have wisely ruled this out. Okay, I hope you are getting this point now. So make the second assumption. Now let's make the second assumption, my friends. Let's make the second assumption. What is this? Kureshi is ruled out. Kureshi is ruled out. We will go to Urvi. Yes, you might say that, sir, won't it take little more time? It does take little more time, but this is all the job in this. Once you do this particular job, answering questions would have taken any time, right? Yes, it would have taken all it. The only job is to find out that who got 8 correct. So once you understand that which person, it's not Kureshi, it is not Sandeep, you might have to do only one more, either Urvi or Wilson. That's it. All right. Now therefore let's now go with Urvi. Let's say that Urvi got all 8 correct. Let's say that Urvi got all 8 correct. Now quickly let's map it up. Let's see that okay, what is happening. So let's take a couple of moments and then let's quickly do this. Not matching. Let's do it a little faster. Not matching. I mean, nothing is matching. All right, now this is the benchmark numbers. These are the benchmarks. This is the benchmark box. You got to keep the benchmark box intact and then compare others. Let's do it a little faster. Right, why winners is not matching, the loser is not matching, semi-finalists are not matching. Pak is here, South Africa is here, India and Australia are not there. Therefore Tabriz got 2 correct. Let's do for Vishal in a similar fashion. Winner not matching, loser of finals is not matching. New Zealand is matching, so therefore you would say New Zealand is matching. The others are not matching because this New Zealand or this New Zealand both are same. There are 2 losers, the order does not matter. The New Zealand is matching here. Good. So coming to this, these 4 order does not matter. Australia is here, South Africa, Pakistan, India is there, right? India is there. Therefore you are trying to say that Australia and India, New Zealand, he got 3 correct. Vishal got 3 correct. Fair enough. Let's go to the next one. Winner not matching, Bangladesh, this is the loser of the finals, not matching. And yeah, New Zealand is matching, 1 correct. Pak is matching, Australia is matching, from here till here Australia is matching, South Africa is matching, and India is matching, right? South Africa and India are matching. So therefore if you look at this, hey, we got 4 here. All right, this 4 plus 1, 5. Wilson got 5 of them. All right, let's go to Sandeep now. So 1 match. All right, this does match. Second one does not match. England does not match, New Zealand does not match. Okay, let's go to quarterfinalists now. Let's go to quarterfinalists to Sandeep. Pakistan is matching and Australia is matching. Second one, South Africa is matching, right? South Africa is matching. India is not matching. Three matching: Pakistan, South Africa, Australia, and West Indies, right? Therefore, you say that four. All right, that gives me the number of four. Okay, let's now go to Rashmi. Let's go to Rashmi here. Not matching, not matching. England and New Zealand. All right, therefore no England here, no New Zealand here. Nothing is matching so far. All right, let's go to the next one. Does the Pak match to Rashmi? No. Does the Australia match? No. Does the South Africa match? No. Does India match? No. Therefore, Rashmi got zero correct. Zero correct, right? Now it is not matching with any of the Urvi's box. Okay, yeah. So Pak doesn't match. This doesn't match. Australia, England, all right here. Even these things doesn't match. So far, nothing is matching. Oh, okay, hang on. So we are going to Kureshi. I did the wrong one. West Indies is matching. All right, this would match. Second one is not matching. And England would match, but not the New Zealand. And hence you say that England is matching so far. Okay. Then these four would anyway match. We already understood this. Therefore, 4 plus 2, 6. Kureshi got 6 correct. Okay. Yeah, it would naturally. Therefore, somebody already got 2 correct. Somebody got 3 correct, 4 correct, 5 correct, 6 correct, 8 correct, 0 correct. Naturally, for Paras only one will match, because now you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice in the matter. So it has to be one. Let's check. If that is not one, then there is going to be a problem. Let's check. Hey, this is not matching. This is not matching. England is one which is matching. New Zealand is not matching. So therefore you say that so far. Hang on. Where did I match? Yeah, this is this one. England does not match. So far it is 0. Let's look at this. Is there a Pak anywhere here? There is no Pak. Okay. Is there Australia anywhere there? There is no Australia. Is there South Africa? Yes. Alright, is there South Africa? Is there India anywhere? There is no India. Only matching thing is South Africa. That is the one which is matching. We got it. This is all this particular puzzle is. Once you get this, rest is straightforward question. Nothing else. It appears to be lengthy, but the point is, had you taken help of question number 3 and you would have read this key statement little carefully, and you would have realized that these are the sets. This is the entire set of data is the set of 8 quarterfinalists, out of which this data, I'll let now till here, I'll let now till the pink one. These are the 4 losing quarterfinalists, and this is the one other data which talks about 2 losing semi-finalists. That's a set. That's a set. The order does not matter within the set. And then there is 1 losing finalist, which is another set, right? And then you finally have 1 winner, which is another set. Basically, the 8 teams have been divided into 4 sets. All right, 4 sets. One of the set has 1 element. This set has 1 element. This set has 2 elements, right? That is 2 losing semi-finalists. This set has 4 elements. The order does not matter within that particular set. That is the point here. It is about the sets. You are dividing the 8 teams into sets, right? 1 winner, 1 loser of loser of finals, 2 losers of semi-finals, 4 losers of quarterfinals. Once you understand it is about the set, then you will be able to move it little faster. So this is how you could have kind of worked with this particular set. Question should be pretty direct, and it worked for us. Urvi is the answer to the third question. Which team was the losing finalist of the tournament? So here always go to Urvi, because Urvi is the one who got all 8 right. Anything that you want to get it right, refer to Urvi. So it's saying that which team was the losing finalist. Of course, it's Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the losing finalist, right? Bangladesh is the losing finalist. All right, let's go to the first question. How many of the predictions made by Sandeep are correct? Direct answer. Sandeep got 4 predictions right. Direct answer. Direct answer. Okay, yeah, so that's what you would have boxed it. How many of the 8 persons correctly predicted the final position of the New Zealand? First, go and find out what is the position of the New Zealand. Final position of the New Zealand is the losing semi-finalist. Losing semi-finalist. How many of them got it right? All right, which means check within this particular box. Check within this particular box. All right, how many times the New Zealand has come in? Hey, there is a New Zealand here. There is a New Zealand here. It's a set. Therefore, order does not matter which side it comes. And then you say that, hey, Okay, Urvi got this prediction of New Zealand's final position right. Vishal got the final position of New Zealand right, and Wilson also got the final position of New Zealand right. You would have marked this as 3. The order does not matter, it's a set, isn't it? As we understood, it's a set. I'm sure you kind of enjoyed this particular set. Pretty simple set. So all the time that it takes is just to figure out that where is that 8, where is that. So 7 is not there. All right, you will not get 7, right? Don't all right, no, that's one thing there. So 7 correct predictions are not possible. So 0 to 8 except 7. And once you identify that who got all 8 right, your task is fairly done. So people think that these kind of sets would take a lot of time. It might not take as much as time that you generally think, because generally in these kind of sets they will always give this kind of hint. As far as I have seen, there is always a hint in the exam, because they know these kind of things take longer. Whichever they think are going to take much longer, they would have left some hint. Look for that particular hint. It'll definitely it'll definitely save some time. Yeah, that's about this particular set. Let's quickly try and understand what comes next for us. Okay, so I think we are on 7, 8, 9. We did this DILR celebration series. As you are enjoying your festival season, I'm sure you are as much enjoying the celebration series as well. Yes, on 11th 10th you got to write the mock test, my friends. 10th of October, please take the mock cat. And 11th I'm going to see you. So on 11th October, that's Monday, I will see you guys at about 10ish 10 p.m. 10 p.m. I will see you guys with P and C. Let's do quantitative aptitude. Let's continue our journey with permutation and combination. That's what we are kind of doing. And if anybody has the plus subscriptions or looking for plus or iconic subscriptions, do join me on this IIFT course for algebra for 6 hours starting on 16th, every alternate day, kind of on every alternate day. And yeah, you can join me there. We will have some exciting time with algebra, and especially with the 3 impactful topics which technically come in IIFT. So if you're looking at IIFT, you may have to pay special attention to these particular topics, and I'll be going to deal with these topics with the IIFT perspective, keeping the IIFT at the back of our mind, but surely it will help you for your CAT and ZAT prep as well. Okay, if you liked what we are doing, the content, etc., don't forget to like. Now don't forget to click on the like icon, and then share this link with others, and subscribe to this particular channel so that you don't miss out on the notifications, and you can always block that particular time. Yeah, that brings us pretty much closer to this. And you can also put your comments if you're after post that particular lecture. Use the comment. It need not be live all the time. You can always put those particular comments, or you can put your comments on the Telegram group as well. More than the comments, any doubts or some things you can always convey on the Telegram groups. Comments can go on the comment section of the YouTube video. So if you are, this is the Telegram group on which you can join, and you can post some of your queries or some of the suggestions that you can seek. Certainly either I or some of the active students who are there already, they would definitely work it out to help you there. All right, so that brings us to the close of this lecture, and that also brings us to the closure of the DILR series as well. So the series with respect to the celebration series, we will coin some other thing, and we will start off a different series. Yeah, that's pretty much about this. So I will see you guys very soon on Monday. Bye till then, stay blessed. Have a happy testing time. So do well in the test as well. Bye bye. God bless you. God bless you. And God bless you.